Take one, marker.
Chris forgot his slate. I forgot
Chris
everything.
lost his slate in your house.
And I lost the headset, or I didn't bring the headset.
Do you think the basement ghost stole your slate?
Maybe.
You interacted with her and she was like, I'm taking a piece of his possessions.
Okay. I guess
you want
I
me to
shouldn't.
enter it?
Well, no, I was just going to talk about the weather, but it's so boring. Nobody cares that I flew all the way to Los Angeles and the weather is shit. Like, it's awful out there.
It's going to get warm soon.
No, it's worse than Colorado weather. And I'm like, Colorado weather's about to snow. So I really wanted my sun fixed.
When does it start
And it
snowing?
couldn't be worse outside right now.
Yeah, and tomorrow it's 73. It's gloomy and 73. It burns off around 2.
That's what they say. It burns off around 2.
It always does.
All right. Hello, you guys, and welcome to another episode of The Sip. I'm Ryland Adams, of course, joined by
Elizabeth Homoke.
Hello, and welcome back to LA, everybody.
I am honestly no longer used to waking up and putting on a full ass face of makeup before 10 a.m. and I am a little bit tired. I'm always tired.
Yeah, we've got coffee.
It's 4
though.
p.m. and I'm tired because I traveled to Denver. It's 10:30 a.m. and I'm tired because I traveled to Calabasas.
I'm never traveling again. The podcast is canceled.
Your mom this morning, talking about how much of a nightmare you are to travel with, kills me. He's high maintenance.
Oh, well, you flew in and recorded 2 episodes on the same day of your flight. I've been here for a day and a half and I'm still unwell. I'm like...
Some of us are a little sensitive.
I'm the worst person to have right now a house in 2 locations because I don't travel well.
No, you don't. Everybody says it. Everyone knows that. It's on your Wikipedia page. Ryland Adams, bad traveler.
Really? Mm-hmm. I do identify as that.
Yeah.
I was watching scenes from A Marriage Story. Have you seen that on HBO?
I can't with these marriage stories. I couldn't do the scenes from A Marriage Story. I couldn't do Marriage Story.
Well, they were talking, whoever was interviewing them about their marriage was talking about things that they identify as, how people would identify as. And I do think bad traveler is one of my identifiers.
Awesome.
So here we are.
Which is funny because I'm always let's go somewhere together. It's maybe I don't want to do that. What if you start panicking? I don't know how to handle that. Do we give you a bottle?
Well, my mom was
warm milk?
Shane didn't want to come. Well, he was working and he didn't want to come. And so I was like, well, I'm not going alone. So I recruited my mom to come with me.
That.
And she's like, oh no, the plane for me is zen.
She loves
relax
the plane.
And I put in a podcast or I listen to music. I'm like, how can you fucking relax when you're in a fucking cylinder flying through the sky and you don't know what's going to happen?
You need to chill the fuck out.
Well, I didn't used to be like this. I used to be chill and fine. And then Shane's ways rubbed off on me.
I mean, I think you need to let that go.
Should I go to Carrie Gaynor for the fear of flying?
You can go to Carrie Gaynor for the fear of flying, or you could just grow the fuck up and realize that they wouldn't be sending out multiple airlines a day if it were as dangerous as you think it might be. Do you think people would honestly sign up for the shitty wages that a flight attendant makes if their chances of dying every day were as high as you think they are?
Okay, well, let's not talk about this because I'm very superstitious and I have to fly tomorrow.
I'm saying it's a safe bet.
I know that. And that's what I
tell
myself.
The odds of something bad happening are slim to none.
And I make my biggest promises to the higher power every time I'm about to land in a plane. I'm like, I swear to God, I will never. Well, I used it God in vain just now.
Right, but what are your promises?
I make crazy promises to be a better person and contribute more to the world if he lands me safely. I'm not kidding.
I swear to God, I'll be less self-centered if you just let me get back to Colorado, which is also a self-centered prayer in and of itself. Dear God, please take attention away from the starving, homeless, and hungry.
Okay.
And help me.
Whoa. Sorry. You don't have to make me a monster because I'm afraid of flying.
Saying you're a monster. I don't think you're a monster. I just thought it was a funny thing to promise to be less self-centered with a prayer that's self-centered.
Okay, well, should we talk about your lies?
My lies?
Your lies.
Sure.
You literally told me yesterday, because Lizzie wanted me to come over. I want to see her new house. I've been wanting to see the new house, but
maybe you should come over for dinner.
We had already committed to see Teresa yesterday, which was our first day here. And Lizzie goes, and I can't right now, and I can't help you with producing the podcast because I'm getting my nails done. 10 hours later, I find out she never got her nails done.
I couldn't make an appointment. They said they couldn't see me till Tuesday, so I'm stuck with these fucking...
So I could have come over in the morning.
No, you couldn't come over in the morning.
Are you going to get Halloween nails?
No. Should I?
Yeah. Why else would you get your nails done?
Well, I was going to go bright green with a cow print accent nail.
No. Your body, your choice. Whatever you want. But I'm just suggesting like Halloween would be better for your brand.
Will you come with me?
No. Chris will. He's been wanting gay pride nails
Send
forever.
Chris.
I'll send Chris.
Come on, Chris.
Maybe during our lunch break, maybe my mom would want to go too. We could all go get our nails done.
It's a really long lunch break if that's what you want to do.
Okay, well, it is our 1 year anniversary. Our
Anniversary.
podversary. Our podiversary.
Where are you at that age, baby?
What do you mean?
You're giving it a shore.
Podiversary.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. It's been almost 1 year to the day. I mean, we filmed the first episode 1 year ago.
Yeah.
And then it went live. We were audio only girls to begin
We
with.
were audio. We thought we were going to put some clips out, and then look at us now.
And here we are.
Here we are.
We only lasted one episode, audio only. Our first episode came out on October 1st.
Some would say we're too aesthetically pleasing for audio only. Some would say. Like my mom, maybe your mom.
The older women that listen to our podcast, we love you so much.
This is a big part of our audience, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything to say reflecting on the past year or just like keep it moving?
I mean, I love it. Because of the podcast, I invested in a bronzer that is my shade. And I think I've gotten nothing but more beautiful because of that. So thank you, comment section, for pointing out that it was time for me to get a bronzer that matched my skin tone.
Right.
Not all bronzers are created equal, it turns out. Yeah, I learned the difference between setting powder and finishing powder. Been doing a lot of my own makeup, guys.
So the podcast is all aesthetics for you.
No, but like those are huge things to learn as a woman in this industry.
Yeah, no, I know that.
Yeah.
Especially when we can't afford makeup artists. Well,
Yeah.
the podcast budget, it just wouldn't be, sorry.
I mean, I don't know that I'd want to come here extra early to get my face beat.
Yeah, you didn't even want to wake up at 10 a.m. to get here to begin with.
I mean, I woke up at 8.
Me too.
Yeah, because I had to have my egg toast, had to make my dog's brekkie, had to stuff the podcast stuff into the car to bring it here, shower, shaved, lotion, lathered. Found 2 outfits for a double shoot day.
I have learned a lot about myself through the journey of this podcast.
Yes.
I do believe that. I think it was a very tumultuous year for me. It was high highs, low lows. And having a podcast, I mean, you have to be like, when we say there's an episode every Wednesday, there's going
to be an episode every Wednesday.
There's no really, I mean, we took like maybe a couple of weeks. I bet maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah.
But I would say like we've been pretty consistent, and
I do have to say that every Wednesday thing gives me a bit of anxiety because I'm like, let's put some episodes in the vault in case something were to happen. But keep going. What were you saying?
No, I just think it's been like something as a like YouTuber, you're not held to like posting. Like I try to be as consistent as possible, but it's like if I miss a week or if I am a day late, it's no big deal. But with the podcast, it is like every Wednesday. So I think like even through hard times, it forces you to like really push through.
Yeah.
And I think that's been good for me, you know?
I'm personally super, super, super inspired by how fucking hard you work. And people don't realize this, but you put a lot of effort into this podcast. And I wouldn't do that. And so I'm incredibly grateful to be sitting next to you.
Well, we got you a webcam for the virtual episode when we couldn't make it together. And Lizzie keeps going, well, I'm going to be a Twitcher now. I'm going to be a Twitch person.
Well, because I have a webcam. And then I went on my friend Danica's Twitch.
Yeah.
Which I would plug appropriately if I knew how.
Well, I think they delete. I think you have to watch live or you miss the moment.
Whatever, honestly, Danica does Twitches.
And so
is that enough of a part?
Yeah, and you saw how involved the setup was. And
I looked at the interface on her screen and I was like, I couldn't ever. Like, there's not a chance in hell I could figure that out. She kept being like, oh yeah, let's put a poll up. I was like, how do you know? Where does the poll go? And how do you see it again? I can't even. I was overwhelmed by it.
Yeah. So basically,
so this is where I'll be.
Production team. Yeah.
But the bottom line is, you put your heart and your soul into this shit, and you work really hard, and you house a bunch of us at your house every week. Like, that's crazy. That's a lot.
Well, no, I appreciate you guys both coming to me to Colorado because if not, there probably wouldn't be a podcast.
Well, you're welcome, because this is our favorite job.
Well, great.
I appreciate you so much.
Speaking for Chris, but
what's some poop amongst friends? Am I right, Chris? I I just spit across the room.
Most importantly, thank all of you for being with us for a year. And the people that watch the podcast are very diehard. Like they're with
awesome.
us every single week. They enjoy it. I mean, if you didn't, then I probably wouldn't be here. We'd all be like,
I'd still be
gone
here
by now.
I'd be here shouting into an empty void. Hello,
Knocking
welcome
on
back
the
to Lizzie's
door.
podcast where nobody listens and nothing matters.
Okay, well, we have updates from our own lives, but
Yes.
first we should do a nice little ad because today's episode is sponsored by DoorDash, which
Ooh, daddy love.
you all know I can't survive without DoorDash. Literally, the second we got in town, my mom and we were feeling a fresh treat after, I'm serious, after traveling
you're
all day
serious.
long. So what do? The first thing I do when I get home, I open my DoorDash app and I order some frozen yogurt for my mom and I to enjoy. You can get so many things with under an hour, which
Yeah.
is so amazing.
Because you want that froyo fresh.
Yeah, and you know my biggest fear is melted ice cream.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing I fear more in life.
And there's probably nothing worse than melted froyo.
No. So get what you want to eat right now, right to your door with DoorDash. Along with restaurants you love, you can now get groceries and other essential items delivered with DoorDash. Get snacks, drinks, and other household items in just under an hour. If you're craving late night ice cream, oh my God, that's in the copy. And I didn't
You didn't even know.
Truth, I promise. I really did get that. Forget that one key ingredient to dinner, or maybe you just need to stock up for the week. With DoorDash, get everything in one app. They have over 300,000 partners. You can support your neighborhood go-tos or choose from your national favorite restaurants like Popeyes, Chipotle, and even Cheesecake Factory. Ordering is super easy, and all of your items can be left safely outside of your door when you choose contactless delivery drop-off. So for a limited time, our listeners get 25% off and zero delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter code SIP. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter code SIP. Don't forget, that's code SIP for 25% off your first order with DoorDash, and subject to change, terms apply.
Maybe you should DoorDash some almond milk.
Yeah, Lizzie was making coffee this morning and
He's like, we don't have any almond milk.
well, I haven't been here. I literally haven't been
DoorDash!
here.
You can DoorDash froyo, but you can't DoorDash almond milk?
Priorities. So do you want to talk about you've moved literally since we've seen you last.
I moved. And for those of you in the comment section that have a big fucking problem with me begging for Ryland's couch, good news, ladies, I bought my own.
But she hasn't stopped asking for everything else.
I need things. I'm a needy girl.
Every time I post a picture or anything, a story inside of the house, she goes, "I'm gonna need those white
And
sofas."
you know what? And here's the
And
deal.
I'm
Your
like,
mom already has dibs on everything.
well, we don't know what we'll get to me in a while, but I'm just saying you did buy your own couch.
I bought
so
my own couch.
Congratulations.
You hear that? I bought my own couch. The mooch bought her own couch, so you can chill out in the fucking comment section.
Wow, she's upset.
No, these people are really nasty about me wanting that couch.
I'm starting to join them. I'm just kidding.
What are you gonna do with that couch? I still want the fucking
I'm
couch.
talking about everything else. She walks through the house and she's like, "You're gonna need this."
No, but you have to understand, like, I'm looking at it first. It looks underutilized. I open every drawer of a little, like, caddy, whatever, before I realize it's completely empty and void of anything important. And then I say, may I have this? Because clearly it's not being used.
And once we decide what we're gonna officially do with this house, I will let you have first pick.
Thank you.
Chris can have second.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my mom
Well,
gets
technically,
first,
yeah, I
second,
was going to
third.
say Vicky gets first, which is fine because, like, she's the sweetest woman in the entire world. So I will let Vicky have it first, but I'm not going to lie and pretend like I haven't thought about fighting her. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be a dishonest person. I'm nothing if not authentic. And, like, straight up, Vicky, sometimes I think about fighting you for the fucking chairs in the beauty room.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The beauty room chairs are gorgeous. And I don't know, whatever. It's fine. I get it. It's fine. She
You
gave birth
all
to
are in for a rude awakening when I like don't let go of this house
And I
because
want that
I have
chest.
such emotional attachments to everything here.
I totally understand not wanting to get rid of this house. It has it's like, this is like your first home together. So it's like, I get it. I cried at my shithole house.
Well-
we went to the shithole house to get the shithole refrigerator that we left in the backyard that smells like vomit and dead bodies. And like, I just started crying. I was like, thanks house.
Thank you.
And then we like left, and I was like, oh, what a load off. We don't live in a black mold infested fucking dream den.
I go back and forth at all hours since being here because I don't miss California. I'm just going to say it.
That's
I don't miss the traffic. I don't miss my local store. I don't miss it here. I have a very big emotional attachment to the house itself.
I get that.
And it brings me so much joy. Like, I still have my routine. Like, as immediately when I got here, the first day I woke up, I fell back into all of my routines.
You went into your little mirror room?
Came here to meditate, have my workout room. My office is like, oh, I love it so much.
Your office
Sleeping
is
in my
stunning.
bedroom that I spent so much time making over. So I like want the rooms, but quality of life is so much better for me in Colorado. I am happier there. I'm enjoying my life there more. But yeah, I get here and I look around. Like, even when I came to meditate in this shed this morning, I was like, oh, it's so gorgeous. Like, it rips my heart apart.
But we can remake those vibes at your new place. Let's make you a meditation shed.
I know,
dude.
and Shane keeps saying that too. And a big part of that is I just haven't got to designing my spaces in the new house. Like, my office is still in like shambles. Like,
and this house took you years to put together.
Yeah, and I like put so much into this house that like it's still hard to leave or come back, and so we don't know what to do because, like, I don't know. It's unrealistic to really keep two houses, so we either need to like rent it and be smart about it. Or, so who knows?
But you can do that.
But let's talk about you.
What about me?
Your moving day. You're moving week.
Yeah, I
your
moved.
new house.
I moved.
Your beautiful kitchen.
I have a beautiful kitchen.
So pretty. I can't wait to see it.
Well, the funny thing is like my husband was like, we need a kitchen with a lot of storage. And then when we started moving, I was like, no, you need to work on your hoarding problem. We don't have a lot of shit we need to store. You have a lot of shit you need to throw away. So now we have a kitchen that's huge and beautiful and like a lot of empty cupboards.
Well, you'll fill those over time though.
So when Joe is a prepper, so he has a bunch of shit in case the world ends. So he has a lot of beef jerky. He has a lot of condiments because this is the funniest thing. So when the pandemic hit last year or whatever year that was, Joe was like, everyone's getting all the food. Like, shit's about to be crazy. Like, there might be like fucked up things in the streets. We might not be able to get food for a long time. Like, I'm stocking up on the important things. That dude came home with so many Costco packs of condiments. Just condiments. Because he's like, you're going to miss ketchup in the apocalypse. He's like, you're gonna miss mustard. If we have to eat rats, you're gonna want ketchup and mustard. And I was like, this just got too real. And if we get to the point where we're eating rats, baby, just kill me. Like, so we have a lot of condiments, and even with all of the prepper stuff put away in the kitchen, there is a lot of open spaces. We have so much beef jerky, it's insane. So much beef jerky, it's insane. So many packets of ketchup and mustard and mayonnaise and relish.
Right.
It's a lot.
Well,
a lot of canned goods.
If I need that, I'll be right over.
Yeah, please. I've been telling you, if the world ends, you should come to my house. We'll take care of you.
I think you guys should pack up your cart and come to my house. I think
I
that's
agree with that
the more
now.
safe in Colorado.
I mean, it might be really hard for us to get there, so I hope we have like a little bit more of like a warning, like time to go. So we have like 16 hours to get there. But we'll definitely come to you.
Okay.
The boys would love that.
Any
They would love
moving horror stories? Any
besides the TV situation.
Oh my God.
My husband wouldn't like me to talk about the TV situation on the podcast.
I mean, it's not bad.
He got so mad at me because I joked. Okay, backstory is we have a big ass TV. Our new living room is a hard space. It's long.
Rectangular.
Yeah, it's long and it's thin. And the front door is on one wall and the fireplace is on the other wall. And it's a thin space. So it's like the TV obviously had to go above the fireplace.
Which is
the
center,
only place.
It's center with the couch.
It's center with the couch. But on the opposite side, like 8 feet away, is the front entrance. So it's a little bit of a nightmare. But in my mind, the best solution, block the entrance a little bit. I have like a 3-foot walkway between the front. Like there's an opening little section.
Well, you spend more time on the couch than in the entryway.
Exactly.
Like you open the door and walk to the couch.
Yeah. And so Joe had a problem with that. And then Joe also had a problem because he's like, the fireplace is too high.
Well, you sent a picture and the
well,
TV...
let me, that's
okay.
where,
All
this,
right.
so he said the fireplace is too high. He doesn't want to go like this to see the fireplace. Literally, it's this much of a change.
I have a solution.
As opposed to this. This exhausts his neck, so he didn't want to have the TV on the fireplace. So then I'm not even joking. These are literal arguments that the man made, and I was like, I'm gonna divorce him.
Well, I said, do you want...
fucking crazy?
She sent me a photo, and I said, do you want me to come kill him? I'll come over,
It was
Lizzie.
crazy, dude, and it was relentless. And then, so then there's 2 windows on the sides of the fireplace because it's literally the center of the fucking room, and below the windows are built-in cabinets. So Joe put the fucking huge TV on one of the cabinets, blocking out an entire window.
But you also have to crank your head like
and
45 degrees to the left.
No, he wanted to put the big-ass sectional not in the corner of the room, but in the middle of the room.
And the TV to the far left.
And the TV to the far. No. He had the TV in front of. He had the couch in front of the TV. So there was an eighth of the room that was completely unusable because there's just an arm of a couch that you just can't get to. And then on the other side, he's completely compromised the dining area because it's all just one sort of space. And it was batshit crazy. And he was like, he literally had the audacity to say to me that I was coming up with no arguments as to why I should move the TV. And I was like, baby, it doesn't need a fucking
like, it's
argument.
common
This
sense.
is a clusterfuck. Any normal person, Helen Keller would walk into this room and say, this isn't where the fucking TV goes. Honest to God. She would feel it. She'd be like, the feng shui's off in here and I don't like the vibe. It's upsetting me. It's hurting my feelings. And she'd leave. So then I was like, I didn't know what to do. And I was trying not to be a bitch, but it's like impossible to not be a bitch because it's like, what?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to design a space with 2 people when you're moving.
Yeah, and he's like, how come you're just not open to it? I was like, I'm so open to it that I let you fucking put it in the space like this. And I'm telling you, I cannot stand it. And it's making me want to burn the house down and forget I ever fucking met you. And then he was like, whatever, you're not coming up with any arguments for it. Again, I'm like, there is no necessary argument when you look at the space. This is a fucking nightmare for anybody. And then I jokingly said I put a poll on Instagram, which I didn't do because I would never do that. And I said, well, my friends on the internet also agree with me. And he got even more upset. But then eventually he was like, well, part of me is just not moving it because you've been such a bitch about it. And I'm just like, I didn't start out a bitch about it. You started out a bitch about it.
I'm looking at what else we have, and Lizzie's starting a Skelly OnlyFans.
Scaly.
What?
Yeah, I'm starting a Scaly OnlyFans maybe. Maybe that's what I'll use the webcam for.
Is OnlyFans still around?
OnlyFans is still around. You can still do sexually explicit content. I am not comfortable doing sexually explicit content, nor am I comfortable showing my bare naked breasts or my coochie meow meow. So I was thinking furry, and then someone on Danica's Twitch was like, what kind of animal would you be? And then I was like, could I be a turtle, or is that not count as a furry because it doesn't have fur? And they said that's a scaly. So a scaly is like a reptile, fish, turtle world. And so I
don't think you're going to get around to this.
Lobster Liz. Catch me on OnlyFans, Lobster Liz. Doing lobby things.
I don't know.
What are my lobby hobbies? Oh my God, I'll do lobby hobbies dressed as a lobster.
I think keep it free and on your Instagram. Let's see if
No,
it takes
that's too
off
much
on your
effort.
Instagram. Oh, but if it's on... No, I can't even figure out how to get in
I'm not
OnlyFans.
dressing as a lobster and doing hobbies for free.
I had some beef I wanted to address.
With me?
No, with people that watch my vlog channel.
Oh my God. Should you say it for your vlog channel? I don't know if our audience needs to be held accountable for shit that your vlog audience is saying.
Well, no, people are just very upset that I refer to the body of water in my backyard as a lake.
Oh, because it's a pond? No, people get mad at me when I call your lake a lake too.
Everyone is like so upset about it. And I probably replied to 15 people because I was just like so, and I'm not, this is playful.
Wow, you really, well,
Don't take this out of context.
Because you didn't even screen grab it and send it to me. And usually you know when you're being crazy because you do that. So if you're unaware of how crazy that sounded, that you responded to 15 lake comments, I'm concerned for your mental health.
Well, because I understand visually it looks as though it's a pond.
It's a lake. You got a lake.
It's classified like through the city as a lake.
Then you're right.
So joke's on everyone else.
You guys are wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm just...
Let's hope the vloggers come over here so they hear the message because y'all are wrong. You know what? Let's go to Ryland's vlog channel and let's spam the comments with "It's a lake. Look it up."
And they can feel justified in thinking that it's a pond and that it looks like a pond. I know it's not huge.
It's a lake.
I'm not...
Call the city of Colorado. Or what is it? The state of Colorado. Call Parker City. They'll fucking tell you. It's a lake.
They'll tell you it's a lake.
He's a man with a lake.
So I'm just saying, like, more than being mad, I just want to inform. You know?
No, you're being informative. And I think that's great for the community. People have a right to know.
Yeah, I thought
when
I
they're
should
wrong.
inform.
It's like how I like when you correct me because I don't like walking around with lipstick on my teeth or saying words like a dumb fit.
I hate when you correct me.
But now do you see the value of a correction?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all learning so much, and this is why we have a podcast.
This is another thing I'm grateful for the podcast.
I've learned a lot of words, maybe, if I'm...
I don't think you've learned any words.
Okay. Something else that was pretty cute is we got it. My mom is like number one free Britney fan. Like if she lived in Los Angeles, she would be down at the courthouse with everyone else that's like rallying for her safety and freedom.
Yeah.
And so like all day Friday, we landed and she like, I couldn't tell you how many times she like casually hinted at wanting me to DM Britney Spears as if we had a chance just to like hang out. She's like, we don't need to talk about anything. We just need to hang out. Just DM her and offer her to come over. I was like, Mom, you don't... Dead serious. Like in her mind, she thinks it's a possibility. Like she thinks I'm going to DM her.
Me.
I'm like, Mom, she has every celebrity in the world right now offering her to come over to their house if she can even leave her house.
Yeah.
And so then we watched... Did you see the second New York Times? It came out on Hulu this weekend. It's called Controlling Britney Spears.
Oh, there's a new one on Hulu?
Mm-hmm. Which I was torn about because she spoke out about the first one being like, this kind of makes things worse for me because I don't want, and you're spinning kind of a narrative that I didn't necessarily like co-sign or like that might not be my main issue. Like she pretty much said that. So, but
Did she say that or was that posted on her Instagram when her Instagram wasn't under her control?
I can't remember.
Because recently she's come out saying, I appreciate the free Britney.
Oh, well, I don't think she doesn't appreciate it. I was talking specifically about the New York Times documentary. And I can't remember where I heard that. So I guess
I heard it too, but I wasn't sure if it was like Britney saying it or someone on Britney's behalf.
Right. And so now there's more people. It's very interesting. And I mean, her hearing, by the time this podcast airs, I think will have already happened. Her next hearing with her father and everything. So we still wish her the best. I'm just saying, Britney, if there's ever a world which you're watching the podcast, my mom just wants to hang out. She doesn't want to talk about anything. Honestly, she doesn't want to publicize it, even though I am here.
I could think of nothing more healing than hanging out with your mom.
I mean, she's a big part of consuming the movement. She watches at least a Britney video every day.
Outside of the movement, though, like your mom is like quintessential mom vibes. And like that's what I was telling Joe and James when we were so excited for you guys to come to the house yesterday. I said, I'm so excited for you guys to meet Vicky Adams, the Vicky Adams in our home. I washed some pillowcases.
Oh, and we didn't make it over. Can we maybe make it there tonight?
I would love it if you could make it there tonight.
Okay. We have 2 minutes. Do you want to talk about your license? Do you have enough time for your license plate?
Someone stole my fucking license plate and I don't like, God damn you. That shit is so obnoxious. I went on to the DMV. I have to reorder my registration. I have to reorder a license plate. I'm being charged again for the license plate. The DMV said no to my request for a new license plate. So now I have to go to the fucking DMV in person to get a new license plate. So if this was some 14-year-old kid just doing some kid shit, how dare you TP your friends' houses? Well, I have nothing to do with your life. And if this is some psycho who's using my license plate to pull some even like bigger crime, kind of smart on you. But also, I'm now like the DMV is like punishing me more.
Well, I just don't know what the benefit of is this in your new neighborhood?
This is my old neighborhood. It's because we're by that park. It's like not a really like monitored area because there's like that park across the street and no other homes.
What's beneficial about taking a license plate?
I heard that because I have a Prius, which is the type like, and it's like the same Prius that everybody in LA drives. So if someone's stolen another Prius, they'll take a car license plate and put a new license plate on it. So like the hot license plate is not gonna like register on police records.
Wow.
How dare you?
How dare you?
I hope you get canker sores in your mouth like a motherfucker.
I'm praying for you.
And that they don't heal and that you go to your mom's house and she makes you like tomato salad and you have to eat nothing but like citrusy fucking acidic things.
Okay, well,
while you have canker sores,
we'll be back. We'll be back with some hot topics, but first, today's episode is sponsored by Talkspace. So the world's racing to get back to normal and start meeting up in person again, but after the year we've all had, getting back to feeling normal takes time, as is true for me. I mean, the overstimulation and anxiety that comes with re-entering the world after being at home for so long is a lot to handle, which is why I love Talkspace so much. A lot of us go to our friends or our family when we're feeling feeling overwhelmed. And they're not professionals. They don't always have the best advice. And that's why I love to get a third-party perspective. And that is where Talkspace comes in. They make it easy to match with a licensed therapist and schedule live video sessions, all from the comfort of your device. You can start messaging your therapist the same day you sign up. Talkspace offers individual or couples therapy in addition to medication prescription services. You can set goals with your therapist, and they can help make sure that you're really progressing. So whether you're experiencing depression, anxiety, or other problems, Talkspace is the #1 online therapy platform to help you sort through any issue. Talk therapy has really changed my perception of myself and the world, and it really does help you navigate tough times and even when times aren't tough. So start feeling better with a single message. Match with a licensed therapist when you go to Talkspace.com and get $100 off of your first month with the promo code THESIP. That's $100 off when you use code THESIP at Talkspace.com. Today's show is also sponsored by MeUndies, who we love so much, and going into spooky season, it couldn't be better. Are you afraid of glow in the dark? Well, shield your eyes because the new MeUndies Halloween just dropped dead. If there's one collection you don't want to ghost, it's this one. With 5 new prints to turn up the terror, you should summon them before it's too late. Now, aside from their beautifully fun Halloween prints, these are buttery soft fabrics, MeUndies, quality you wouldn't believe, and I love slipping them on under my pants just to feel really good. So whether you're outrunning a killer or being abducted by the aliens this Halloween, be comforted by the fact that your undies are sustainable and the softest in town. Get your spooky season up and haunting with 5 new prints: I See You, My Boo, Tricks and Treats, Lazy Bones, and Lazy Pumpkin. Available in undies, bralettes, socks, loungewear, and they have amazing size range from extra small all the way through 4XL. MeUndies has a great offer for all of our listeners. Any first-time purchasers get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has a promise. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, you can return your order for a full refund within 45 days. To get 15% off your first order, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/sip. That's MeUndies.com/sip.
That might be my most favorite copy I've ever heard.
Okay, do you want to get into some hot topics?
Yeah.
Some hot toppies?
Some hottie toddy.
Okay, well, I brought this one to our attention only because yet again we were being tagged on Instagram.
See, doesn't it feel good? Like, doesn't it feel a little bit like we're part of the zeitgeist? Like, we're part of it. You know what I mean? We're in the conversation. People want us to be in the know.
Well, okay, so I send Lizzie a screenshot of the new Emily in Paris trailer, and she's like, great for them. And I was like, no, look at the comment below it where somebody says at Lizzie Ryland and at Sip Official, because they want our commentary or excitement because they know that, you know, we're Emily
excitable. We're Emily in Paris girls.
Well, we're talk shit Emily in Paris girls.
Yeah, so
I stand behind.
You stand behind the show?
I stand with Emily in Paris.
You stand with Emily in Paris?
Well, because I know you're going to be like aggressively in the opposite direction. You didn't even
watch Emily in Paris.
You're right. I didn't finish
They didn't even get your numbers, bitch. I watched the whole fucking thing. If anyone stands with Emily in Paris, it's me.
I'm just saying, whatever mean thing you're about to say, I'm just not
You said it first when we watched the trailer.
Well, okay, the season 2 trailer.
We're both sitting there watching the season 2 trailer, and he goes, "Oh, so nothing happens."
Well, it's a bunch of B-roll to music, and it's like,
well, she's on vacation. Let her live.
Yeah, that's all.
I thought you stood with your girl.
I do. I mean, I stand with her in the sense like she didn't nominate herself for awards, so don't be mad at her that she was nominated for awards.
No one's mad at her.
Well, she's getting the brunt of it. Like her social media account was filled with anger that she was nominated for something that she just so accepted as a job.
See, the bottom line is you can't hold her responsible for taking a job that
Thank you.
Like, that's not like, and also it's not like her job is awful for the world. Like, it's not good.
but it's good enough for the thing is if it's good enough for you to escape your life and enjoy yourself for 8 hours or however long the series
I didn't enjoy myself. I have to be very
you
clear about
watched
that.
the whole thing.
I
so
was
you enjoyed
enraged
yourself
the
enough.
entire time. I was livid. My
Okay.
heart was racing with rage. The bottom line is, though, she's not like selling drugs to kids in schoolyards. She's an actress on a shitty series.
Okay,
Like,
Lizzie.
what? I'm saying that's not the worst thing she could be doing.
It performed so well. And
Did it?
There's not. Yes.
Well, then I'm going to be pirating it going forward, be advised. She's not getting my views.
But you're still going to find a way to watch it.
Oh, I'll watch
and it's
it.
not her specifically. It's a
No,
production of Netflix.
Yeah, it's the production.
So here's my thing. It wasn't something that I saw through. I was enjoying it, but it there wasn't enough to keep me all the way
I
through
feel like
it.
you have more self-esteem than I do because you walk away from these things and I can't. I like stay and I'm like, no, I deserve this.
Did you start watching the new Selena Gomez show?
No, not yet.
Only Murderers in the Building
Is
on
it good?
Hulu. My mom and I started watching it. I wasn't really going to give it a chance because I was like sleeping on Selena Gomez.
How
and
could you?
All of the sudden, we start watching
All
the
of a
first.
sudden?
All of the sudden.
No, all of a sudden.
All of the sudden.
It's not that. That's not what it is.
All of the sudden,
All of a sudden.
we start playing it, and she is not only a great actress, like she's very good in it.
Yeah.
But the set design
Yeah.
and the stylist, it's like it's about like they're trying to find out who murdered someone, but
Yeah.
it's so like cozy for fall because all of the coloring, and she's dressed so well. Like Selena Gomez, the wardrobe person deserves an award for
Yeah.
that show, but it is very fun to watch. And I just thought, wow, I don't give Selena Gomez enough credit. Like I think she's still the most followed person on Instagram. And with that, I mean, she's always like, she had her relationship with Justin Bieber. It kind of felt like woe is me for a while, even
Right.
though like, that's not like she was living her life and it was so over publicized that I bet she just like shut down and couldn't exist in all
She
of
needed a
that.
break.
But her an outsider looking in, it was just always like, oh, well, Selena's always like sad for herself, you know, and I know that's not the case,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, so for her to like be in this great show and like doing so well acting, to still be doing music, to have her makeup line, I've been sleeping on Selena Gomez.
You
Good for
have.
this girl.
Yeah.
Like Selena Gomez, here I am for you right now.
You might be the only one sleeping on her.
Really?
Yeah.
You think she's really popping right now?
Oh, absolutely. She's always seemed super poppin'.
Oh.
Yeah, like her last album was #1 on the charts and she was having a grand old time with that, like celebrating it like crazy on her Instagram.
See, and
She
the
had her-
headlines I saw were like, her music isn't doing well and she's saying she's going to retire music.
Oh,
So like, I always see headlines like that about Selena
Interesting.
Gomez, but that's also all like media perception. Like
Yeah.
I'm seeing headlines that aren't, and I think that's in large part her problem is
Yeah.
like,
Perception.
As somebody of her status, she's no longer in control of
Her
what people
narrative,
see about
yeah.
her, being that like it's more fun to write things about her that are maybe more salacious
And damaging.
so that people like me are clicking, because
Right.
it is like when you see a crazy headline about something, you're more likely to click it, and then
it's rubbernecking a car crash.
and that's the information
Yeah.
like someone, just a bypasser like me, takes in from her. So then to really step back and be like, wow, good for Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
She's out here killing it.
I've been meaning to watch that.
You should.
I'll probably get into it eventually. I've been like punishing myself with the American Crime Story impeachment season.
Oh, I've been watching it too, and I
so
fall asleep
boring.
every time.
It's so boring.
We always start watching it at like 10 p.m. and it's not like an
I
hour-long
don't think
drama.
it's because of the time. I think this show is so boring, and I care. Like, I'm really fascinated by the Clinton impeachment and the Monica Lewinsky scandal, and I don't give a fuck.
Did you realize that's Jonah Hill's sister?
We've already had this conversation on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah, because I
Obviously
thought
not.
Chris was being rude when he called her Jonah Hill's sister. And I was like, that's mean. And because she looks so much like Jonah. And he goes, no,
Did I
that's
black
Jonah
out?
Hill's.
Was this on camera?
It was off camera, but we brought it to camera.
Okay, all right. Okay.
We were on the patio.
Okay, sorry.
You remember, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I fall asleep every time. It's also too long. It's like an hour and a half drama.
It's
when
so
dramas are normally an hour.
goddamn boring. And it feels like the writers of the show don't really know what their angle or tone is meant to be. And it's like Linda Tripp. And keep in mind, like, I will read some dry academic shit about the Clinton scandal. I will. And I have. And I'm watching this and I'm like, well, I know these characters because I've studied the situation. And it's almost feels like they're just like doing bullet points on a timeline. And it's just like, when are we going to get like a point of view here?
And it's odd because I normally really
love Ryan Murphy TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And this and The Politician, I just like could not give a fuck about.
A lot of people love The Politician. A lot of people love that too. Hollywood is my recent favorite from Ryan Murphy. And I feel like that wasn't hyped up enough. Did you watch that?
I honestly, like, I feel a little bit like Ryan Murphy TV is like hot concept, high production value, and then it's just sort of like on a fundamental level, nobody gives a fuck about the world they're building on the page.
I disagree with Hollywood. Like, I couldn't have been more invested.
Right, but I took one season of American Horror Story where like 5 episodes in, they're like, forget all the rules we told you. We're going to break all of them now because we want to.
Right.
And then I was like, I feel disrespected as an audience member. I also don't fucking care because you don't fucking care because you made these rules up and now you're breaking them not artfully, but because you're willy-nilly about your own policies. And I just can't. But I am hate watching impeachment.
Okay. Well, do you want to talk about some happy news? You have Kylie Baby on here, which
yes.
I couldn't personally care less about. Oh, I mean, sorry.
You could care less about?
I could not care less about. I mean, I don't have a baby yet, and like, I just like I could get more behind Kylie Swim.
Kylie Swim is for tiny pussy ladies. But Kylie Baby is a brand we can all get behind.
Okay.
And Storm Alert.
Are you purchasing? Like, we don't have kids.
I'll probably purchase it.
Okay. You'll do the bubble bath? I mean,
I've got baby skin. I need something that's like good for sensitive skin. I need like a bubble bath that's not going to make my coochie meow meow inflamed.
Okay. All right.
And here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line.
Okay.
Yesterday when you were like, can you add some stuff to the document? I started like searching things and realized there was like a bunch of Kylie content that I had yet to consume. And then I spent the next 2 hours just watching and rewatching
why
all
nothing
the Kylie
to the document
content.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have anything to say about Vogue 73 questions?
Yeah, Stormy opens the door and it's so cute. And then Stormy's in the backyard getting pushed on a swing by Chris. And it's just like, I love this girl.
What was Chris wearing?
I thought Chris was a bodyguard at first.
She's fabulous, but like Shane was scrolling through it with me and she goes, why is Chris Jenner wearing like an outfit I wore to the Streamies?
Yeah, after Kim bought her 60 fucking something outfits for her birthday, it's like, this is the one she picked.
And normally Kris Jenner looks fabulous, and I'm not trying to hate her.
In the background, when she's out of focus and someone's just pushing Stormy, I was like, wow, bold choice having some help pushing Stormy on a swing in the background of your 73 questions. And oh my God, I was like,
no,
Chris
is Kylie. I mean, Kylie is Chris's favorite daughter. 1,000,000%. I mean,
right. Are you arguing with me? Because I said nothing about that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, no, there's not going to be help there. There's going to be Kris Jenner.
I'm saying she was dressed like a person wearing like scrubs.
Understand. I'm also highlighting that Kylie's the obvious favorite.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I was really looking into, I watched a day in the life of Kendall Jenner on Vogue's channel. This was amid all the Met Gala stuff. She was like in New York working her life, and Kendall had a meeting for her tequila brand, and they like showed the Zoom call for it.
Yeah.
And Kris is at the helm of that. And then I really started thinking about it. Like, Kris is the businesswoman.
Yeah, Kris is busy as fuck.
But she's like,
she runs all these girls' businesses.
Because all of these, like, yes, they look fabulous aesthetically and stuff, but even from like a payroll standpoint or tax standpoint or running the business standpoint, Kris Jenner is behind every single one of these.
Yeah, I don't think Kris is paying the taxes. I don't think she's filing the taxes.
I mean, she has a bookkeeper, but I think she's managing it for sure. I don't think all the girls are like,
I think Kris manages every brand. Absolutely, yeah.
And so I'm just saying, like, she's a genius.
Yeah.
And I know people know she's a genius.
Kris Jenner for president!
I mean, honestly, crazier things could happen. Oh my God,
can you imagine if Kris was the president and Corey was the vice president? That'd be kind of cute.
That would be everything. What else did I have with the Kardashians? Oh my gosh.
Oh.
There's more salacious rumors going about.
I just can't with this shit.
It's not real. Like, so here's the thing. With all press, like, it's never, I think they're like grasping anything they can get to make a story.
Yeah.
And
Always.
when I'm searching for the podcast, I honestly started disengaging in like looking at any celebrity gossip recently.
Yeah, because sometimes there just isn't anything to report. And when there's nothing to say, how about y'all say nothing?
Yeah. So
Instead of reaching for fucking grasping at straws of nothingness.
okay, well, we reported previously that Chloe didn't get invited to the Met Gala. It's like, who knows?
Snubbed by Anna Wintour.
And who knows? I bet that really didn't happen. I bet like...
I hope it didn't happen because it's pretty disgusting.
But so Chloe takes to her Instagram and she posts a quote, "What is stronger than a human heart that is shattered over and over and still lives?" So this article is saying it's all about her not being invited to the Met Gala and salty that her sisters were invited. And apparently Courtney this year was invited for the first time ever.
I mean, why didn't Courtney go then?
Living
one.
in a hypothetical world where all of this is true, which I don't think any of it is.
I don't think any of it's true. Courtney,
I'm saying...
Well, Chloe's always posting quotes too. I'm just really quickly, I just want to make very clear that we're living in a pretend world where we're taking the fake news as real news.
Yeah, we're saying this Sun article is factual,
Yeah, but
which
we
we
don't
know
think
it's
it is.
not.
Yeah.
But we're playing in a world in which it is.
We're make-believing.
And so, but my whole problem with this make-believe world would be that the first time Courtney gets invited is once she's linked to Travis, and Travis is having his moment with Megan and Kelly, or Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Yeah.
So that would be my other problem. And then they're saying Courtney didn't go because she was standing in solidarity with her sister. So, to fuck off. And solidarity is not a word.
No, it's not about that.
Okay, so
I just realized the couple name Me Gun Kelly.
I don't get it.
People call the Megan Fox
Uh-huh.
and Machine Gun Kelly Me Gun Kelly.
Oh, got it. That's their ship name?
That's one of them.
Got it. So,
But I just got it. It took a minute to register. I thought the person who was saying it before was just saying Megan like an idiot.
So I'm wrapping all of this up to say, I just wish the Kardashians would band together like the Friends cast and say, we're not going as one unless all get invited. They have the power.
They do have the power.
Okay.
I also feel like Anna Wintour would be like, okay, none of you come. Because she's a savage bitch.
The most talked about outfit of the night was Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
So she needs Kim.
Yeah, but also there's a world in which she believes they need her.
Right.
So I feel like it's a power dynamic. It's like fucking with Voldemort. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a person from the fucking Death Eaters being like, no, Voldemort. And him being like, you're dead. Avada Kedavra, bitch. Get the fuck off my red carpet.
So there's some daytime talk drama.
Uh-oh.
And you know I'm very invested in the space.
Yes.
It's like where I want to live as
Some
my
would
whole
say
life.
it's your space.
I want to be there from like 45 until I'm gone. Like that's where I want to
Can
live.
I come with you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I mean, I'm hoping somebody will, love us. And
Pick me. This is
so,
the pick me energy.
Wendy Williams, I mean, it is sad. I don't know exactly what's going on, but her date is pushed back. I saw some speculating.
You got to give me more background on this because
Okay.
I know nothing.
So Wendy Williams' next season was set to premiere, I think, this Monday, and they pushed it back to October 4th.
Okay.
And there's a lot of speculation that it's because she either got coronavirus or because she would have sadly relapsed on drugs, because there was a 911 call from her building, an ambulance came to her building, and a woman of her age went to the hospital. So they're speculating that it was Wendy Williams. And if it is drugs related, my heart breaks for her, because I think she's at a point in her life where she got her divorce, her son's off at college, her show goes on hiatus, and then she has a lot of alone time. Like, I don't think she has a lot of friends.
Mm-hmm.
And so if she would have relapsed while having her show on hiatus, that would be heartbreaking to me.
I have a quick question.
Yes.
I thought that they did air something recently from her home. Like she was recording from home.
That was early pandemic. She's been back to studio since, and then her season ended and we're picked back up.
Okay.
And so now the angle of this story that I've read is Nick Cannon is the new daytime talk man, like with Ellen on the out, Wendy, like who knows how long she's going to continue for. What are you doing?
I'm just Googling because I feel like I recently saw something.
Okay. Well, while you do that, I'll keep going.
Yeah.
So Nick Cannon is the time slot after Wendy, but apparently he's still set to air his first episodes before, in the time slot that now Wendy has since pushed, and he's heavily relying on her audience to push to his show. And with reruns now before Nick Cannon, there's rumors that he's furious and
because
upset
no one's going to stay to watch.
Angry because now it's like the whole pull is Nick Cannon. Like he has to pull the audience because nobody's like going to Wendy and there's not going to be fall over. So now apparently there's drama between the two of them, and it might be because Wendy Williams, like, I think the idea is that she might be pulling a fast one because she knows he's her replacement if he's successful. So like, because she's like in and out of her show, she'll go missing for 2 months during the season.
So she's vindictively fucking his premiere.
That's the rumor or idea, if it's not really that maybe she had drugs or COVID.
Bet that she's probably ill.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And I think Wendy has built a career for herself enough that like nobody replaces
farting
Wendy
on
Williams.
air. She's not missing her show for anything less than an illness. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she would go on air to shit talk Nick Cannon if she really wanted to compromise his situation. She would compromise it actively, not passively.
And yeah, and I wish Nick success too. I'm going to tune into Nick's show 100%.
I mean, Nick is as much a... I don't know how to say this kindly, but he's also a car wreck, I would rubberneck. Like, he's a mess.
You think so?
Yeah.
Why?
I just feel like every time I see Nick Cannon in the news, it's like
a crazy
mess.
headline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's saying crazy shit all the time, making mad babies with hella ladies. Like, he's got some shit going on.
Well, then he needs to...
Like, he was fired from America's Got Talent, right? There's a lot of crazy shit in his orbit. But I think
that's because they told him he wasn't allowed to wear his... I believe that was him standing up for himself in that case scenario.
Okay.
I don't specifically remember the instance. But then, yeah, he was on podcasts saying very offensive things. Like,
yeah,
he's had a...
He's like a beacon of...
Right.
Mess.
But I mean, I'm going to tune into his show. I hope it's good for him. And he does have a lot of babies to support. So I wish him all the best. Angelina Jolie was a plot twist of a relationship with The Weeknd.
When I saw that, I was like, yes, Chris.
Yeah, see? That's like a plot twist of the century.
Speaking of Death Eaters, those motherfuckers hit the town looking like evil villains, like all in black. She's in a trench coat that like billows out behind her with every step of her black Louboutins. And it's just like, they got bad guy vibes.
I feel like she's like...
Bad guy vibes.
I don't want to say Wicked Witch, but she's like the Wicked Witch of
She like
Silver
played...
Lake. Or is it Echo Park? Where that Birds restaurant is. What area is that? She like lives right in the hills there.
Yeah,
and she's like
she does?
always emerged in where that UCB theater is.
Yeah, that's where she lives.
Yeah, and she's always over in
God,
that
what a
center. She's
nightmare.
always like emerging in that center. But like her in The Weeknd, I kind of live for it, and I like kind of hope they do like some freaky take over the world. I don't know how they'd collaborate together. Like he's not an actor.
They're gonna
She's not a singer.
This feels a little bit like some Harry Styles. This feels like so if Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde are like Glinda the Good Witch and the Scarecrow, then fucking Angelina Jolie and The Weeknd are the Wizard and, the Bad Witch, the Wicked Witch of the West.
I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. I just like to think they're like a
She literally played the Wicked Witch
together.
of Snow White.
But
she is Maleficent.
But they look good together.
They do. Like I'm not saying bad's not sexy. It's sexy.
What's
sexy
another kid?
couple.
I think they'd have a beautiful kid. And she already has like 20 of them. But I'm just saying.
I don't know that she wants to have another kid at 46.
But I'm just saying their kid would be beautiful.
Yeah.
That would be
stunning.
A stunning child.
Yeah.
Chris is telling us we have 5 minutes.
Chris, why do you always want to cut us off when we start fantasizing about other people's babies? What's that about?
So you have JoJo on here, but we also have deal breakers. What do you want to do for the last 5 minutes?
I mean, I think we should save deal breakers for when we come back, but I just wanted to point out that JoJo has explained that she and her girlfriend observe 4 anniversaries. Oh, this is our anniversary episode.
Oh.
Well, look at us with a theme, guys. Good God, bringing it in. So JoJo and her girlfriend observe 4 days a month. There are 4 weeks in a month. These girls are nonstop celebrating each other.
So they go on a date night once a week?
I guess so. So first they celebrate the day.
So they do week anniversaries. So like a 10-week anniversary, 11-week anniversary.
I'm about to tell you.
Okay. Well, it's moving slow for me.
I'm trying to get there, but you won't shut the fuck. And I'm just kidding.
You're so smooth. Okay.
I know. Oh, and I started using lotion because someone in the comment section said that I was itchy because I might be dry. And like, girl, you were right.
Wow.
So I'm also I told you the benefits
And
of
they
this
helped
Savant
me-
Premier are all cosmetic.
And they helped me when I had allergies, like their tips and
Yeah.
tricks.
We love you guys. We'd be nothing
Phenomenal.
without you. Literally, we'd be in
Nothing.
shambles, covered in tiny itchy bruises, and with nothing but post nasal drip.
Oh my God, there's so much
Anyways,
to
the
get
4
to.
days that they celebrate, the day that they told each other that they liked each other, the day that the girl asked JoJo to be her girlfriend, the day that JoJo asked the girlfriend to be the girlfriend because they both asked each other because JoJo realized that she should ask her to be her girlfriend too, which I don't know if that's necessarily true.
They're gonna get tired of this in a minute.
I'm
Like,
tired.
After they're
I'm
here
tired.
for
I've only named 3 of the dates, and then the other one is their first kiss.
She got me to Dancing with the Stars. I will say that. I skimmed through the whole thing. Well, I only watched the people I knew or cared about, and good for her. Like, Olivia Jade, surprisingly good with having had no dance history.
Yeah,
like,
well, that you know of.
that I know
Watch,
of.
she's kept that in the closet.
But my suspicions were real. Like JoJo, highest scores of premiere week because
Yeah,
she's a dancer.
She's a dancer, but you know what? People in the comment section also agree with you on that, and they
Thank you.
too are incensed.
But I mean, good for JoJo. Breaking history. They'll tell you
Good
a
for
million
JoJo.
times on the show.
Cheating.
They couldn't tell you one more time that it's like groundbreaking history for Dancing with the Stars. Like every 5 seconds.
Oh, that she's dancing with a woman?
Yeah. Which I mean, good
She
for
had
her.
a funny little
But,
TikTok
like, I get
about it where they were like, both women stand and they're both ready to be held, and like they both have heels and they're both like breaking their ankles going backwards with the steps and heels. As Ginger Rogers said, try doing it backwards and in heels.
There's so much to talk about and no more time.
Cut it.
No, well, we're not
Cut
coming
it.
back. We have another episode to film.
We got to come back
We're
and
at an hour.
give the people what they want. We must do a deal breaker. We have to cut it.
Okay, we'll do a couple deal breakers. Okay, in other news, really fast, do we care about any of this?
What is it?
Loch Ness Monster caught on camera.
Oh, we'll talk about that next week on a spooky pod.
Okay, Addison Rae teases new single. I think I'm gonna like it. She really
I'm
showed
sure we
out.
like it, I don't
She
care.
showed out though for her last single. Like she went on Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon.
Yeah, but then she also was recently canceling appearances because she's like, I'm not at my best and you don't deserve
Well,
me.
she probably doesn't want to sing live. Let her live.
Exactly.
She doesn't want to have an
That's
Ashley Simpson moment.
I don't care.
I think that I'm over here in
I'm
Addison's
into
corner.
Addison Rae. I like her produced music.
Okay, Mary Kate Olsen is a horse girl.
And I brought that to your attention because you are a fellow horse girl. So I just thought it would be cool for you to know that Mary
Yeah.
Kate Olsen is also a horse girl.
And every time we talk about horses, they scream at me that I'm not responsible and that it's a lot of work. And I understand. I'm not jumping to get a horse immediately.
But you can
I think I want to
still-
start with alpaca.
I think you should get alpaca and a mini horse like your neighbors.
The mini horse. Yes, I think I need to make friends with my neighbors that have all of these so that they can really teach me and I can like.
I'd like to go hang out with that mini horse with you.
Yeah, maybe. Hey, can we film at your house?
Hi, excuse me. Can we play with your mini horse?
Chris wants us to shut up.
No, go ahead, Chris. Keep counting us down. What
He
are we
doesn't even
done?
like
Did we
us.
roll out
He
the
doesn't even
tape?
like us. Whatever. Okay, we'll come back and do a few deal breakers only because we love you, even though we're gonna have to sync another clip.
You're welcome.
And we're back.
Every now and then I fall apart, and I need you now tonight.
You know that I've never had my. I lost my phone like 2 hours ago.
I fucking need
Do you think I'm more
you
present with you?
more than ever.
Okay.
No,
You don't think I'm more present? I don't even have my phone. I picked a card. Oh wait, do we each? You picked the card.
we've always played this wrong.
What is it?
You've been together for 3 months. Now give me a bluey. They tell you they are vegan. Ooh, that's an obnoxious thing to hide for 3 months.
I mean, how would they be able to hide it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's extreme lengths.
I wouldn't be upset because I'm like closer and closer to wishing I would be vegan every day.
See, I think that, and then I remember all my vegan friends and what a problem it is for me to be around them.
You live in LA where there's like so many vegan restaurants.
Right, and it's
options.
like I want to have a lady lobster night, and
Yeah.
I can't do that and invite my vegan friend because they're not going to eat lobster.
And I understand, like it. Sometimes I just want a good hamburger. But even my mom went to Utah
Beyond
recently.
Burger Meat's pretty dope.
It is good, yeah. It is a really good alternative. But my mom went to Utah recently, where her best friend has a farm and has like 6 goats and all these chickens. And we were watching all the videos, and I was like, well, does she eat chicken? Because she literally has 20 chickens, and she's like, nope, she's completely vegan now because she has them and she just can't fathom it anymore. And I feel like the more that I become a farm person with my Colorado life,
Yeah,
the
with
closer
your no
I'm
farm animal
really
life.
going to push myself to try to do less and less meat, even though I do like eating meat.
Okay. I don't like pork. I'll come out and say it. I made pork for dinner
No.
last night, and it was a beautiful meal that I made, and I don't like pork.
Yeah, we did pork chops growing up a lot.
This morning when I looked at the leftovers in the fridge, I was like, I'm going to throw up. That's disgusting.
Do I pull a red for a next one, or do we use the
Yes,
same?
you pull a red for your next one.
Okay, so you're about to celebrate our 1-year anniversary. That's not even a prank.
Theme!
Wow, you're about to celebrate your 1-year anniversary.
Should we kiss?
And I'm torn.
You don't want to kiss me?
I want to kiss you. We have a video of us kissing. Okay, one of their exes has a restraining order against them.
What? What?
I
Again,
mean-
yeah, deal breaker.
Well,
if your ex has a restraining order against you, there's a reason.
Well, people do crazy things when they're in love, and maybe it was an act of passion.
Do
and
you
the other
want someone
person-
whose passionate response is to make you so terrified that you feel the need to call out a restraining order? Do you know how
I'm just
annoying it is to get a
saying-
restraining order against
No, I
someone?
don't.
It's really fucking annoying.
I'm just
so
gonna
anybody
say-
who gets one really wants one.
I'm gonna give people the benefit of the doubt, hope that they change. If I've been with them for a year, like I really have some things to consider.
I'm so glad that you are off the market and in the loving arms of Shane, because if you introduced me to your mans and I was like, oh dude, my friend Kelly has a restraining order against him, and you were like, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, I would kidnap you and torture you until you realize that was not the relationship you were meant to be in.
It depends on the details of the restraining order and what went down.
Okay. You're about to have sex for the first time. And oh my God, help me. You learn that they rented an expensive sports car for your first date. I love that. That's sweet.
Yeah, I mean, renting a car, as I found out this week, is not an easy task.
Not an easy task.
So many hurdles. It's a nightmare. So that's just like,
My life is so boring recently that me and all my friends have been talking about like the shortage of rental cars, and now like you're now the second person to bring up rental cars. Or I'm like, oh well, because people are selling their cars because you're getting so much money for used cars right now because of the pandemic, and we're having a hard time getting new cars out on the market. Hertz and Enterprise and all these places are selling their used cars, so it's impossible to find one to rent, and they've raised the rates, and it's all a nightmare.
I will say,
this is what we're talking about.
Used cars for the first time in a long time are selling for a lot.
Is this interesting, or is this like a sign of us being old as fuck?
We're old. Oh my gosh, this is so long. Okay, not.
He puts it
Okay, you're about to give them your number. Spicy.
Ooh. I'm gonna high pitch mood, guys.
Their
I'm sorry.
ex lives in their guest house.
What?
That's juicy.
You're about to give them your number. Their ex lives in their guest house.
Well, that means
This gives me anxiety.
I'm just saying, like, they're probably on their way out if the ex is in the guest house. They probably used to live together, and then I think the person's nice for not kicking them out with nothing, but it's like, give them a limit. Like, let's make sure there's 30 days on that guest house,
Yeah.
and let's make sure like they're getting to step in 30 days.
There's too many things at play here. For me to make a clean cut decision on it, but I am not into it, but I do have a friend couple that recently got divorced, and they were still sharing the same apartment, and like they would go on dates and then come home and sleep in the same bed.
Well, I guess
It's no longer like that. They moved out already and they got their own place. But there was a minute where I was like, so you went on a date and then you came home and got in bed with your ex-husband. I was like, we need to find you a new spot.
Okay, well, I think that's where we have to leave it for today.
That's where we have to leave it for today on our anniversary episode.
Our 1-year anniversary. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us. I don't know, like, how sick have you been lately?
You put those lips on these lips. I'm sick. I'm a sick girl.
Subscribe to our show. Follow us on social media. Follow Chris on social media. I don't have his headset today. I feel so bad you guys didn't get to
Chris
hear
would kiss me if he was on a headset. Chris would plant his lips
He
on
could
these
still
lips.
kiss you right now. No, I don't think that's safe. Not that you're like, we're still in a
The
pandemic.
fact
okay?
that you're calling me a sick girl is so rude.
Well, I've also been to the airport. You don't want to be up on my lips either. I wore a mask, but just saying. All right, you guys, we love you so much. Thank you for everything you do for us and enjoying our
Like
show.
literally,
watching
y'all
our show.
raised us.
Yeah, the stories that you post every week when an episode goes live. You guys are diehards, and we love you so much. We are a multi-level marketing scheme, so keep telling your friends, your family, your loved ones. And until next Wednesday, I don't know what you're going to do.
Just wait for next Wednesday, y'all.
Just sit where you are
Because it's gonna
right
be spooky.
now. Oh my gosh, the first week of Halloween. Okay, we love you so much. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
And that's the sip. Oh, you guys.
One whole
I just got
year.
nostalgic, and I'm also starving.